What is the hardest and most simple step? Hello, hello, everybody. Katrina here. Can you guys? I am trying to use my external mic again. Can you guys let me know if you're hearing me okay before I continue talking and talking here? Let's see. Let's see. Hello, hello. Oh, there you go. I think it's working. Let's see. Awesome. It's been a hot minute. I missed this setup and I am so happy to be going live again here from our bedroom. And I'm using an external mic. This one, it's been a while. See this? There you go. And I hope you guys are hearing me okay. Can you guys let me know? Just so I know I'm not talking like just doing mouthing and sign language here. Please let me know where you guys are tuning in from and give me an okay, okay or a thumbs up if you are hearing me okay. All right. So if this is the first time you're seeing me, this is Katrina. I am coming to you live right now from Toronto, Ontario, Canada. I love what I do. I help ambitious working mamas like you watching this make life changing money online. And I just, excuse my voice. I, since last night, I had been feeling a little under the weather. And this morning, I woke up with a 38-degree, just a slight fever. I took Tylenol. It went a little better. I think it's because of my developing cough, but life goes on for mamas. So I'm a bit fuzzy in my voice. It sounds a little modulated. I think I like it. I just finished guesting a Zoom with our fellow business partners, coaches Roger and Lilibeth de la Cruz, all the way in Edmonton. And thank you so much to all of you who attended that. I think, yeah, some people are from Canada, from Vancouver, from here in Toronto, and some are from Sweden, some are from the UK, Singapore. So thank you so much for taking the time. I hope I've provided value to all of you, especially when it comes to your Facebook ad strategy. And, most importantly, the mindset, the faith that you have in the business. Let me see. Can you guys let me know if you're hearing me okay? I would appreciate it. I hope you are. All right. And I thought of, before removing my makeup, because I curled my hair today, I thought of being more efficient para sulit. Mag-go live na din tayo. And I missed you guys for a few couple of days. I think few days of not going live. It's been pretty hectic, as in busy good, left and right business contracts, and I'm very detailed on that. I want to make sure all the details are correct. So I usually take my sweet time there. Business contracts for incoming business partners, left and right. This is my biggest month to date when it comes to automated buyers, business partners. I'm looking at my huge list here, and I'm so grateful because I am about to celebrate my 5th year here in the business, first week of April officially. So, what a way to celebrate and welcome that. So, I'm so grateful to each and every one of you who has been following my business journey, supporting me in any way you can, watching my go lives, leaving comments, loves, likes, and of course, especially to my business partners since way back in the beginning, 2019. You guys, for trusting me, even if I was, pretty new in the business. And of course, to all of you who are my new business partners and incoming business partners, welcome, welcome to your best year and beyond, best year yet. And I am so grateful for your trust as well, of course. You seeing the opportunity here, the potential of what this business can also do for you and your family. And of course, for trusting me, how do we describe that? My knowledge, my skills, and my leadership in having you under my wing. So I really do appreciate that. I think you guys are hearing me okay. Can you guys let me know where you are tuning in from and what time it is there on your end? To know how global we are right now. I'm here on my end. It's 9:55 p.m. Eastern. I'm here in Toronto. Let me know what time is it there on your end. I usually do my go lives in the morning, but I'm still feeling a little energetic, so why not? Usually a morning person. And I have my lemon water from my dear husband. There you go. Mhm. So, our question for today, let me see. I will just double check on my phone. Hopefully, you guys are hearing me okay. I'll just go on my personal. Imagine for today. Let me see. I will just double check. Okay, that's good. And another one on my business page, just to be sure that. Hello? Hello? Oops. And another one on my business page. Okay, there you go. We are we're good. So the question is this one. What is the hardest and most simple step with what, Katrina? In doing anything, like of course specifically here in the business, or generally speaking, starting, the hardest most simple step in doing anything. So let's tackle that. And I think this is very applicable, especially for my new incoming business partners and the new ones. So this is all for you. Oh my gosh. And there we go. Speaking of, hey Cheryl, Pat. That is one of my newest business partners. Yes, it is nighttime, eh? I'm starting my day late. And I'm going to be unlocking your training after this. So hang on tight. Hey, Everett. Nice to see you here. Awesome. Awesome. So you guys are hearing me okay. So here we go. That's how we roll, eh? All right. So the hardest, what is the hardest and most simple step in anything that we do? Well, specifically, as I've said, here in the business. Are you ready? Here you go. Yeah, I curled my hair a bit, so not to waste. So it's on good use. Apart from me guesting on it, I'll also do my go live here. And here you go. This is the hardest and most simple step in anything. Getting started. Like start. And I'll be sharing my own, starting somewhere story tonight, just so you know that Katrina, if you're seeing me right now, you've been following me just recently, and you're already seeing a lot of my, you know, um, results, posts, my automated buyers, income business partners, and you're thinking, oh, this girl got it all together. Or she got it all easy. It's gonna be so easy for her. Well, thank you for that. But 5 years ago, this is all those things are non-existent. It's just here in my vision, but not yet in actuality. But that's the biggest thing, it all starts from here and of course in our hearts, right? So getting started, that is the biggest thing of all. And I just want to read here my inspiration article for this Go Live. To become successful in this business, or like anything in general, like your career, your hobby, you have to, well, get started, right? And that's why if you're an incoming business partner or a new business partner, not just me, or you're in the community, you're watching this, give yourself, a pat on the back, and because you just took the hardest and the hardest step, the hardest but the most simple step, which is getting started. So what this means basically is you have the willingness to do things before you are good at them. And you're acting like a leader. It's like acting like a leader before you feel like one. And one of the best things that you can do is basically to put yourself in an uncomfortable situation and just deal with it. Oh my gosh, I remember my very first go live, like almost 5 years ago. I was sweaty, my my face is like shining so bright. The light is like right in front of me. And I'm stammering. I don't know what to say. I'm smiling, but deep inside, I want to just end the live. But I just dealt with it. And also, like for instance, you're doing a presentation, you're doing a go live, or doing a presentation at work or in your school if you're doing, postgraduate studies, things like that. And so, even if you have no clue what you're going to say, oh, I actually said this to my son. He was having a science project presentation, I think about circulatory system. He's grade 5, and he's asking mommy, can you give me tips on how to present, things like that. And I remember telling him this exactly is put a smile on your face and just do it. So I told him, just smile first of all before you say anything, own the stage. I know it's maybe he's thinking, oh, my mom is crazy, well, how do I own the stage? Just take your moment, look at your classmates and your teachers before you say anything, smile, right? And, you know, you have to be willing to put yourself in potentially humiliating situations because there's just no way to be totally prepared when you are starting out. Isn't that the truth? Like when you're trying to learn a new skill, maybe playing an instrument. Our eldest, he started learning saxophone in their music class last year. Yeah, just last year. Was it last year? The year prior that, and it was all squeaking and squawking here at home. But now we can actually identify a song, a tune out of whatever he is playing. But it was an awkward start for him as well. Like also when we're trying to start driving or riding a bike, it's awkward, it's scary. We are scared. This is why I always tell my new business partners and the incoming ones as well that most of the time we are scared and anxious of a certain thing, like a skill, because it's totally out of our comfort zone. And, generally speaking, we are anxious of this business, like starting out. Is this for real? How will I make this work? Right. And I totally understand that. And that's a very legitimate emotions to feel. Don't discount yourself on that. You're feeling pretty normal. I felt the same way, and thousands of other business owners in the community. Why? Because this is an unfamiliar territory. And that's our brain, our mind saying, hey, oops, self preservation, right? This is danger, it's like stranger danger. You have to keep your guards up because this is something that you haven't been to. And that's a normal human instinct, right? But like any skills, like, if you're new at work, if you're a novice in your profession, for example, you're a nurse, you're a doctor, you're whatever your work is, you're a teacher, you work in the healthcare, hospitality, whatever industry you're in. If you're starting out in a new position or new role or new job, you're still anxious because you're not yet familiar with the daily methods of operations. But the more you do it, the more you get familiar. Like if it's your first year as a nurse, like very careful not to commit any medication errors, things like that. But on your fifth year or above, like you can do anything, like even with your eyes closed, kind of feeling like you're very confident. You have your own strategies already because you know the basics, right? So that's also something like here. This business is no different, right? And deciding to just start basically also changed my whole life like 5 years ago. So now I want to share with you like how I got started. Some of you are already familiar with my story. Well, if you're hearing my story for the first time, I believe it's no accident. I always believe that it's a divine appointment. You're hearing this. I came into your news feed and you're listening to me right now, or maybe you're just listening. Maybe you're just reading the captions, the subtitles, or you're in your way on your way to work, or going back home, and you're killing the time and you chance upon my video. I do think this is a divine appointment. We're meant to see each other here virtually, and I'd love to inspire and give value to you. And so when I started, yeah, it's actually the decision to start. It's the hardest, right? With anything. I remember being in like seeing the ad for the first time of my mentors and coaches. Like most of you like, saw my post as well, or other people's post or ad. I got so excited because a few weeks before that, I was feeling anxious that I'll be jumping into my maternity leave Feb of 2019 because uh, I was about to give birth. And I prayed like, God, show me something. I'm so scared. We're living off of like half of our household income on a student loan. It's crazy. Growing family of five. Like, is this the life that we dream of? We dreamt of, like living our stable careers in the Philippines. And then after, that prayer, a few weeks after that, I saw my mentor's ad and I was like, oh my gosh. I got so curious. And then I was welcoming the community, seeing other people earning like in a day, in a month, what I can earn, what my I earn in a year. So that's crazy. I was like, what? Like logically, it's not logical to me because I didn't know that it was possible, right? But despite all this little skepticism. It's not really little. My husband was very skeptical. Despite the questions, the anxieties, it's really the excitement that is overpowering for me. Excuse me. I remember not being able to sleep. Like the moment I saw that ad, excuse me, that's my lemon water. And I was like, and then when I was welcome and I'm seeing people like, they're quitting their jobs, like moms, dads, parents like me, staying home with their children, like in the middle of the morning in the playground, and they're getting checks in the mail. Like, what is this? What is going on? Like, I draw inspiration. So if you're new and you're in our business community already and still thinking of, do I do this? What is this even possible for me? The moment the fact that you're still thinking about it and it doesn't leave your mind, it doesn't leave your consciousness. Like the moment you wake up you think about it, the moment you sleep, like you're daydreaming that that's what's possible for you as well. I think that is like proof enough for you to head on, move forward, do your due diligence and see what's possible for you as well, right? I think it's worth the shot. Right. And then I would say the rest is history. And when I decided to start, suddenly, it pushed me to because I realized like the more I procrastinate on something, the more I put our lives on a halt. And when I decided, okay, I will do this, that it's like a game changer. Now Like it's just the action. It's like momentum. What is that? Is that inertia? Like, you know, a thing in, like in motion will keep on moving if you like keep on doing it. If it's on a stop, if it's on a halt position, it's not gonna move unless you push it, unless you give it a, a starting push. And then that's it. When you start, all you need to do is keep the momentum, keep it going. Of course, there are times that it will slow down, but just keep on doing. And that's the once you've overcome that, that's it. Like that's the biggest hump, the start. Like this morning, I was feeling a little sick, and I think for the first, like after I cleaned the house, I just lay down. I wanted to sleep, but my mind is like racing through all the things I need to do, but physically my body just can't like work, quote unquote. So I just lay down. I mindlessly scrolled like for an hour or so. I know it's bad. I felt crappy doing that because I'm not productive. But then I was like, okay, Katrina, you have to push yourself. But I did, I ate ice cream. So I have those days, I have those days I'm feeling so productive. I'm very health conscious, but there are days like this morning that I just feel tired already. Felt sick, but I felt so unhealthy eating the ice cream. Please tell me I'm not alone. I actually took a video of myself, like, there are days that I'm also feeling like this, and I want to validate your emotions as well. If there are days like that, if you're feeling like that, also today, like you felt like you've not done anything productive, but you have tons on your to-do list, it's okay. Things can just get better, and it's okay. Acknowledge that sometimes we're humans. Sometimes we just need to just lay down, be lazy, and but the thing is, I always think about this concept of many days by what's his name? Um, Not Grant Cardone. Ed Milet. There you go. The concept of many days. This is also how I'm able to turn around a feeling crappy day into a productive one. Ed Milet's concept of many days is how he is turning like 1 year into 3 years, like in terms of productivity. I dig those kinds of things. Is that one day for him is he considered it 3 days, like he divides it into three mini days. The concept of that, like the morning, like 6 to 12 is first day, and then 12 noon to 6 p.m is his second day, and then 6 p.m. to midnight, that would be his third day. So from 6 a.m. to 12, the first mini day, if I felt like crappy, not productive, then I'm thinking, okay, that day's done. Now, like starting like noon, which is like earlier today, I have 12 to 6 to be like, kind of flip things and be more productive. So that's always my concept. Like, okay, I kind of wasted a few hours in the morning, but I'm not gonna let that dictate the rest of my day. That's why I took a bath. I prep myself. I put in a little makeup. That usually, peps me up, and also I do my little hair for the Zoom guest thing because I want to be presentable. I want to up my energy so I can share more value. So that's what's going on my mind when it comes to those hours that I want to kind of flip, be more productive. So I hope that helps, especially for you mamas feeling like you have endless to-do list, and maybe you have 10 in your list and you're only able to do one half of the first one. That's okay. And I am actually using, we're going off tangent here already, but I want to share with you recently, like earlier this year, I think February, I got this from Amazon. This analog to-do lists, like, with the advent of technology, like tried digital planner, like the actual like hard copy planner. Now I have Asana, I have my, it's like Trello stuff. But the things that I want to focus on, Bob Proctor is mentioning, write 6 things that night before, write 6 things that you want to accomplish the following day, and focus on that. Don't go to the next item until you finish the first one. And I, where did I see this? Like out of the, oh, I read the Feel Good Productivity book by Ali Abdal. He is the most followed productivity expert on YouTube. So he was using this analog to-do list, this something like this, but I did not buy the original thing, so expensive, like 150 bucks. I saw something exactly like that on Amazon. It's just like $25 or so. So it's actually a wood, and it comes with like a set of cards, like index cards, but they have lines, and then what do you call this? Like a tick box over there. So it goes like this. So you get a sheet like this, and then you list out your activities for the day. For example, yeah, so I have tons here. So you just list your activities here, and then you tick them off as you go. And what's nice about this is, since it's analog, it's it's focused, right? Like, unlike when you're on a digital planner and it's online on your phone, it's so easy to hop on to another app like Facebook, Instagram, and scroll. At least it's here. I'm focused. Do I still stay focused? Most of the time, yes, but sometimes I also veer away. But I think it enhances, whatever can enhance my productivity. I am testing that. So try it yourself. Just if you're interested in this, just search Amazon analog to-do list. I think that's the name. If you need the link, let me know. I'm not an affiliate of this one, but I think it's a pretty good thing, right? Analog to-do list. I think it's the name. Hang on. Oh, look at you guys. Lol. Bad. Hi, Anne. There you go. Thank you so much. From Tokyo. Hello, hello. Awesome, awesome, Eileen. Thank you for tuning in. Um, that's actually it. All right, getting started. That's the biggest thing in anything. And when you open yourself to something and you get started, you don't need to figure out everything. You don't need to have all the answers all at the same time. The biggest thing is for you to get started, and everything else will follow. It's like when you go home from your office to your house, if it's like even just a kilometer away, you don't need to see, like, when you once you get out of your office, like your office building, you don't need to see your house like physically to know that it's there. You just know it's there, right? And what you need to do is just drive, like, 30 meters ahead. You just, if for example, if it's nighttime, you just need to see like 30 meters ahead and just follow the directions, and you'll be there eventually. So it's also like that, like in this business and any goals and any career goals that you have, you don't need to physically see already the results that you have, but as long as you have the vision and the faith, that's the biggest thing. Faith that you'll be also able to do this, right? And I've said this multiple times in the past, that faith and fear, they are both belief in the unseen. Come to think about it, right? When you're fearing something, you're already scared of something that is yet to come. Like you're already dreading something that is non-existent, right? And on the flip side, that faith is also like that. You're also believing in something that you haven't seen yet. So why waste your energy, your time, and be in that negative space of being fearful instead of being productive, in a productive state, positive space of having faith? Like, you know what? There's people, they're everyday. hardworking people. If they can do it, why not me? Maybe it's also possible for me. A part of me also, when I first saw the income post, the success post in the business community, a huge part of me is like, what? Is this even possible? Like, how is this even possible? Like, and then a part of me is also like, where was this all along? Like, why am I just discovering this business community just now? And then people have been there like for 3 4 years already, some of them. Yeah, I was like, what's going on? And a part of me was also scared, like, what if I start this and then it doesn't work? It's gonna be like a great heartbreak. But I was like, why am I thinking that way? And I saw a quote, and it says, you, could- you kept on thinking, what if I fail? What if I fail? But darling, what if you fly? And that really, struck me. Oh yeah, why am I putting myself on that? Why am I going on that negative route? What if this is what's possible? I was like, oh yeah, what if I do it too? What if also I get to earn those income, even if it sounds so ridiculously impossible, quote unquote, for me at that time? I never even dreamt of quitting my job. That was totally out of the horizon. And I was joking my mentors and coaches, like, when I earn this amount, as much as which is my boss's earnings, I told my mentors that I'm gonna quit my job too. And that was like it's like a 60-40, like 60% joking and 40% what if, right? And then it happened like on my birth month, like September 20, was that 2020, I think. Yeah. And I was like, what? And that really got me thinking, like, okay, maybe this is something that I really need to consider, right? And the rest is history. And it all started when I decided to get started, which is the hardest thing. It's like also going to the gym. Like that's the hardest decision. When you go to the gym, the hardest like getting ready and actually traveling, going to the gym. But when you're there, it's like almost half done. Like it's like 80-20. 80% it's done. The 20% is the actual doing of the workout or the yoga or the high intensity interval training or the spin class. Because you're already there, right? That's the hardest part. Is like getting started to go there. And the rest will just follow. Okay. Hey Jessica. Hello, hello. Watching live. Finally happy to listen. Thank you. So that's that. Okay, I still have my voice. Thank you guys for tuning in. I hope you find value in that, in what I have shared. So, comment value or comment start if you find this valuable. So, it gives me more inspiration to get going and inspire all of you, even if it's like 10:23 p.m. right now. There you have it. So, thank you so much everybody. I see you again on another episode of Ask Me Anything. If you have any questions, feel free to send me a personal message or comment in the chat box below if you have a specific business related and also, personal, like we talk about like business, motherhood, and everything in between here. This is your opportunity to connect with me. Okay, and so I'll be unlocking some training and also submitting more business contracts. Amen. Amen. Thank you, Lord, for all the blessings. And this is my way of giving back, um, to you, my dear audience, my business partners. Okay. Thank you and have a blessed Holy Week, everybody. The boys are don't have school from tomorrow until Monday, so it's gonna be a busy weekend. When the boys are here, it's always busier, but it's okay. Awesome. Thank you, Jessica. Myra. Oh, Myra. Okay. Before we have a phone in question here. What about strategies for advertising? Myra. So I'm assuming, Myra, you're in our business community. I'm not sure if you're in my business team, but that's okay. Strategies about advertising. I always say this, since what we're doing here is attraction marketing. Yes, we do have, for those of you who are wondering, what is Katrina selling? Like, she doesn't post any companies, any products. Uh, do they sell any products or services? Like with anything, business, of course, there's always either products or services. So in our case, yes, the straight answer is yes. We do have products, and we work with several companies. We work with one of the, like, we have a big company that we work with at the back end. But you're never gonna see me mention or post anything about the products, because we can insert all kinds of products at the back end. But the main thing that we do here is, as Myra mentioned, advertising. We do attraction marketing. We attract our business partners, we attract our customers, and that's how we grow our business. And we do that through social media advertising. And the biggest thing with social media ads is, as I mentioned, we don't put the products there per se. The main thing that we do here is we drive traffic to our free info session or the webinar. And so, how we do that is we put ourselves out there through social media advertising. Okay, so what do we advertise? We advertise the business opportunity itself, just like how you're seeing my ads, my Paris, like my pin story about Paris. I talk about my business journey and how this opportunity has been helping not just me, my family, but thousands of other people. And people will be able to connect with you through your story. How do you do that? So that is the most important thing, Myra. Strategies for advertising, especially here in our business, and I think with any other businesses as well, is you start with your core story, like specifically your background. You start with that, like who you are, who are you before finding the business. If you're new, that's totally fine. 5 years ago, I started exactly the same way as everyone else. I didn't have the background in social media advertising or nor business. So I didn't have any of that. But I shared my story, like my background. So share that. What you do for work. Are you a mom? Are you an immigrant? What's your nationality, your race? Because people can relate with that. Like Filipinos, I had got a lot of Filipino moms in my business. And that's obviously because I'm a Filipino mom. And but I also have other, from other backgrounds. So share that, because people will be able to relate through your story. Second is your what you don't like about your background. Maybe, for example, you're a teacher and you love the education, your career. You love teaching little kids, for example. You love being a part of someone's learning and growth. You're passionate about it. you know you don't mind shelling out, like, out of pocket to buy school supplies for your students. But what you didn't like about it is the education system politics, the overtimes, the, like, physically exhausting stuff that you do as a teacher, and you're teaching your students, but you're missing out on your own students at home who are your children. So those are the things that you don't like about your what do you call this, your profession. Or if you're a healthcare professional, if you're a nurse, and of course I can very much relate with the nurses, because I used to be a nurse. Like, it's a very lucrative career. You're paid higher than, maybe your past jobs or the average jobs that but at the same time, you love it. Have you have fulfillment. You feel fulfilled helping others gain back their strength, and be part of their healing journey. But what you don't like about it is the long hours, physical exhaustion, and the past few years because of the global health situation. They're the what front the front liners, right? And that was a very dangerous career in those times. So what you don't like about it is now you're trading time for money. So what is it that you don't like about your current situation? And then the third component, we have four elements here, is what you found. And then you talk about the business. This is what you found, and you're getting inspired with all the stories of the people you're seeing in the community, how they're quitting their jobs, paying off debts, traveling, paying off mortgages, getting and being able to apply for mortgage, a house, and paying it off in less than like 3 years or so instead of like 15, 30 years. So that is, the opportunity. Yes, you can mention the benefits, the training side, things like that, the mentorship, the coaching, the community. Those are good stuff. The last one is basically, so we start with your background, what you don't like about your background, your pain points. And then the third is what you found out. And the last, definitely not the least, is what you're excited about in the future. What are you looking forward to? So, how I did that is I told my background, what I didn't like about it, so running in circles between family and career, with our finances, the opportunity. And I said towards the end that every day, this is like my ad 4 or 5 years ago, every day I'm excited because I know I'm learning. I'm learning every day. I'm excited because I know I'm moving forward closer to my dreams every single day because I'm staying plugged in. So those are the four key elements of your, sharing your story, making it work. And people relate with stories. Stories sell. Have you ever experienced, browsing on your social media and then you see this huge chunk of text and there's just a simple photo, but you still read through it, even if if it took like 3 to 5 minutes of your time, you don't mind, but because the story is so compelling that whenever you read one line, it pushes you to read and read through. And if you remember those posts, those are those share stories. Stories sell, right? So that is basically one of that's the biggest, I think I would say, strategy when it comes to advertising. I hope that helps. um Myra, I'm personally advertising on Facebook and Meta, Facebook and Instagram. And when it comes to targeting, of course, you have trainings for that. But basically, I'm targeting working moms, like with the backgrounds. Target yourself, as they say. What's your background? What's your interest? Because those are the people who will be able to relate with you. So it's a bit surreal at the beginning when I realized, oh my gosh, this mom is exactly like me, in a sense that she's also a Filipina, an immigrant, my very first business partner. She has a little one. She just gave birth, almost the same age as my youngest back then. Just I think 2 months, and hers is like 4 months. She's also a nurse, and she's also here in Toronto. It's like, what? So this is how attraction marketing works. And so, but it still amazes me up until this day because when I snoop on the pages, Facebook accounts of my incoming business partner, they're actually the ones that I'm targeting: working moms in the healthcare industry, finance industry, immigrants in this specific countries. And that's the power of social media. That's how, when we say automated buyer, that's what I mean when I say global reach, because I'm here at the comfort of my own, our own bedroom, office, but I'm still able to reach thousands of people around the world, and I'm targeting Canada, US, UK, and Australia specifically because those are like quality leads. So most of my business partners are from there. Um, yeah, there you go. So I hope that helps. That's a long answer for me, right, Myra? I hope you learn something from that, and just keep on testing, and advertising. Sometimes you hit the right spot. If it doesn't work, you have to track what's working, what's not, how you can improve every single day. you can, you can do assessments every day, like what worked today, what didn't work, how can I make this better tomorrow, right? Instead of just assessing your life like once a year. Monthly is good, weekly is better, best is like on a daily basis, best of the best is like every hour. Okay, what happened the past hour, how can I make it better, you know? There you go. Happy Easter. Yes. Patricia slash Cheryl. Joseph. Yes. Thank you again for the inspiration. Absolutely. And you are also very inspiring. You are taking the time, investing your time in the business. I see that you're consistently attending our Zooms and honing your craft for your winning ad as well, right? Thanks, really helpful. Awesome, Myra. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So thank you so much, everybody. I will unlock training sites and request unlocking from our back office. So thank you if you are remotely interested on what I'm doing here. I've been following you for a while. That's okay. I started the same way too, just snooping around. We have a webinar. I seldom mention this, no, but I think I should mention him more. When you guys are able to find your way through, in my about section, it's also here. Where is it? How do I put my hand? There, that is my website, www.katrinaluna.com. Register with your name and email address, and or you can send me your email address and I'll register you for the free info session. We go live every Tuesday. Where is that? You're welcome, Eileen. My pleasure. We go live. Let me see if I have that here. Oh, I don't have it. So we go live every Tuesday and Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern. Oh, actually, earlier we had the live session. But, if you don't want to wait for Tuesday or Thursday or you're busy that time, as soon as you register with your name and email address, you'll be redirected to a replay page where I was one of the guests on the panel. So you're hear my story again, but on a shorter version and other people as well. So you'll see different people there on different stages of the business. Some are just starting out, some have been there for a few or a couple of years. So you'll be able to relate with those stories and see if it's a good fit, right? If you think it's a good fit and you want to check it out as well, go for it. I'm happy to assist. But if you think like, oh, I don't think I can do this, maybe, if you're comfortable in your current zone, that's okay. I'm just here. I'm not going away. Right. And there you go. I need to stop myself because I can talk for hours here, but I need to preserve my voice. All right. Thank you so much, everybody. 48 minutes. Oh my gosh. You're welcome, everybody. See you again next time. Okay. Enjoy the rest of the day or night, wherever you are. See you again. Bye for now. Thank you. Thank you.